guys to my first ever art show. You know what, from the outside in, it may have seemed like I had everything under control and that the exhibition came by gracefully, but oh, is that so wrong. You see, I had to basically do everything from scratch, even though there was immense help from so many amazing people and companies who, without them, literally none of this would have been able to happen. A lot of the big decisions I had to make as a curator, an artist, event organizer, all wrapped up into one. So here's how it all went down. So buddy, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rumbo, yay! And for those who don't know me already, I'm an artist and a fine art student in South Africa, and I make videos just about that. So if that interests you, you might want to hit the subscribe button down below. January 7th, 2023, I had the biggest privilege of hosting my first ever solo art show. It was in Burlington, North Carolina in the States. Even up until now, I'm still processing it. And because I talk a lot about myself as an artist and like art related things on this channel, I really wanted to bring you guys into the behind the scenes of what went down and how everything turned out and my experience from it, because it was insane. It still is. In this video, I'll be sharing all of that and my experiences, as well as some of the lessons that I learned was very crucial to an artist's journey. So this video will be in two parts. In this video, I'll be talking about the leading up towards the show, and in the next video, I'll be showing the results and what happened on the actual day. Before we get onto this video, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you're notified when next I upload a video. I usually upload on the weekends and during the week, but I am experimenting with uploading on Mondays instead of Saturdays, so that's why this video has come on a Monday. So just in case the schedule switches again, you might want to keep my notifications on so you never missed a video from me. We hit 1,000 subscribers last week. And to show my gratitude, I'm actually hosting a giveaway. I am giving 2 subscribers a drawing that I draw of them and also a print of one of my digital artworks. And if you want to enter into that, which is free 99, make sure to click the link up above, in whichever. The link is in the description to the video explaining everything. So let's start from the beginning. I went to the US in the December-January holidays, and then an opportunity was presented to me to be able to create my own solo art show. From the beginning, it was a very bittersweet experience. Sweet because like, holy cow. Bitter because the shadow of imposter syndrome instantly came looming up onto me. Am I deserving of this? Will people like my work? Will people in this area react negatively to my conceptual work? Do I even know what I'm doing? 1,000 more questions kept creeping and like circulating my brain for the weeks up until the show. I felt like I was still a kid and in no way capable of taking up this project that was presented to me. So I got to work in creating the press release / the art statement for this exhibition so that it could at least allow me to have an aim to ground the event in. I titled the art show Into the Insula. That is the name of my ongoing work in my own independent practice, and with that I started to think about what I wanted to do with the actual physical space. The main thing that I wanted to have with this event is for it to be immersive. I am big on immersion and like all of the stuff where it feels like you're completely enveloped into this whole experience, so I wanted to make sure that that was the result of how I prepared this event. It was especially more important because it was with people that have never before engaged with my work or seen it at all. I then walked around the space that I would be holding the event in, Elements Mill in Burlington. I sort of figured out like how I wanted to set out everything. It was stretched over a corridor, so I immediately saw that I wanted it to be in the design of a journey. The works would sort of lead the people in the space from the beginning to the end. The next part was logistics and numbers. I came to the US without any of my already made artwork, which meant I have to now make the art that people are going to, you know, see, because that's the purpose of an art show. And after viewing the space, I calculated that I would like to show about 6 bodies of work. It was around 33 to 35 pieces that I wanted to create. Yeah, you heard that right. Luckily, I was also showing my video works and also some of my digital collages, which I just had to print out and mount. I still had over 20 individual pieces to create in the 4 to 6 week period beforehand. That was wow. In the beginning, it was really hard to create the art because I was so scared of how people would perceive my work, especially the audience here, because it was such a completely new group of people. Like, would that be receptive in this audience all the way in America, post-Trump America. In the beginning, I started off trying to make pretty things. That did not work. I hated it with a capital hate. I quickly realized that I could not make art that I do not connect with. Not to sound wishy-washy or anything, but like I physically could not. Every single paint stroke I made, I looked at it with resentment. So I scrapped it and I just started afresh. And this was the first lesson I learned, that it is pointless trying to compromise who you are to suit someone else's preferences. Pointless, don't do it. I don't recommend it. It's not a fun time for you. It's not a fun time for them. It's not a fun time for everyone. The real victory is getting opportunities because someone saw you and loved you for who you are. So continue to experiment and push yourself, but don't do it under the guise that you feel the pressure to change to suit someone else's preferences, because there will be someone who likes your work, there will be someone who hates your work. That's not up to you to control or how much you want it to be loved. It's up to you to create what you want to. So I began to create these painting sketches, I called them, that I absolutely fell in love with. I loved the feeling it gave me. I love the process of making them. It was like a style that I've been falling in love with. Although I didn't actually know how people would receive it, if people would actually like give two hoops about it, because it doesn't have a figure. It's not some ornate representation. The imagery isn't like standing out and like extravagant, but I still loved the feeling it gave me, which is why in itself I feel like it's a success. So I continued to create. It was intense. There were many staying up until 4 a.m. late, day in, day out, to get these paintings and drawings and works done. And it was also creating all of this in between discovering a whole new world in a country that I was foreign to. But I feel like it was the exercise that I needed. I felt myself improving skill-wise like immensely because of the amount of stuff I was doing. And I started to feel a lot more confident in what I was making because I was enjoying what I was making. I pushed myself to limits that I didn't realize were possible. And in the end, I did it.
Because the other artist is putting stuff on here. I want to see how it looks first.
To figure out which one you put there.
Yeah, which and where.
Can we put it right over there?
Yep. I still need to put them.
Like I said earlier, I made all the big decisions, which meant everybody was looking at me as a professional. Everybody look at me as the HIC, head in charge, and just like the one that knows all the answers to it all. Because in reality, it felt like the exact opposite. And this is where I learned the next lesson. Everybody fakes it till they make it. Even all of your very famous, very big artists had their very first show where they had no idea what was going on. That is the same with us. I had this mantra in my mind that kept me going. I'm doing this because I deserve to be here. I'm a professional. I'm capable. I'm able to mediate any challenges and work it out. I had to keep repeating this every time something arose. Slowly but surely, it started to give me confidence. It was really cool, I'm not gonna lie, because it felt like I was living my dream, because I actually was. After all these years of hard work and sticking to what I'm so passionate about, people are starting to actually acknowledge it. It's weird, and I say that in the most endearing way possible. So sometimes we just need to fake it till we make it. And not because we're not qualified enough, but because we really don't give ourselves enough credit where credit's due. Curating the show was so fun. Unfortunately, I was at a loss for time because of all the time constraints, so I didn't have as much time to interact with the space beforehand like I wanted to. But regardless, I had so much fun putting to practice everything I learned at school and from professional curators I have been blessed to meet along the way. It was so fun. Even in the moment, I don't know how else to explain it. I felt like I just went into game mode. You may think curating is just like putting up paintings on a wall or, you know, organizing a space, but there is so much that goes into it. You have to think about how works sit next to each other and how you want them to speak to each other, how you want the viewers to read the story between them and make viewers move in a space. This is my first time curating a show, but it was so fun. I didn't actually realize how fun it was.
I just got back from the space. I finished doing the last stuff. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna get changed, go back around. I think I'll go 5:30 so I can set up the sound in the video, like turn on everything.
There were very, very good times, but there were also very hard and stressful times creating this exhibition. I was nearing burnout. I had to mediate so many problems that arise. It was a lot more emotional than I expected it to be, because I just really wanted to make it perfect. There were times where I just wanted to say never mind and scrap everything, and through that I just had to stick through it and just be like, you know what, the day will come, the day will pass. Luckily during those times I still had like a lot of support. It was good, bad, and ugly, just a lot. This is the behind the scenes leading up to the journey, and next Monday I'll be showing you how the event went and talking about that, so you want to stick around for that. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like. If you like me, subscribe, comment down below, all that fun jazz, and until then.